So when I talked about it's not always about the money, I'll give you an example. And in my experience, very often when I negotiate, and I do hundreds of negotiations a year, without tooting my own horn, people, associations, for example, medical associations, hire me sometimes to negotiate publishing contracts and things of that nature. But very often the negotiations I do for my company, I find it's not about the money. So I'll give you a perfect example. We wrote a book, Writing and Defending Your IME Report, about independent medical exams. And myself and my partner, two lawyers, wrote the book. Well, one little problem. We're lawyers. We're writing a medical book. Okay, so we're a little bit concerned that we're going to get some of the terminology wrong, some of the things wrong in the book. So the natural reaction would be, let's hire a doctor to review the book and make sure we have no mistakes. Now, the book it's out there probably. It's this fat. Okay? It's 500 pages of forms and checklists and reports and everything else. So if I had to hire a doctor to review a 500-page book and sign off on the book saying there's no medical mistakes, how much do you think it would cost? How much? How much do you think it would cost? I mean, if they, huh? 100,000? Well, that might be a bit much, but she's thinking big numbers now, man. I mean, she goes back to the office. She's going to be hell on wheels, man. When she gets back there, hell on wheels. Okay, so it might cost 20,000, 30,000, 40,000. I mean, it's a lot of work. If you're going to do it right, it's a lot of work. So what did we do instead? I called up a doctor that I know, and I said, we wrote this book. We think it's in good shape. Of course, that's us. Everybody always thinks their book's in good shape. And are you interested in that topic? Well, I already knew he was interested in that topic. He goes, oh, yeah, I'm very big into that topic. I go, would you like to look at the book? We can let you look at the book. Sure, I'd like to look at it. You know, we are thinking about having somebody review the book. And, you know, now that I think of it, since you're so interested in it, you might be the right person. What a coincidence. You might be the right person to review the book. He says, you know, I'd like to review the book. Okay, what already has happened? He's already expressed interest in the book. Have we talked about money? No, I haven't talked about money. I always talk about money last, if at all possible. Actually, if it's possible, I don't talk about it at all. Okay, so I said, well, what would be your interest in reviewing the book other than, you know, getting a free book? I mean, he goes, well, I teach, and I'm up for tenure. That's the moment, you know. So what do we know about people who are up for tenure? What do they have to do? Publish. Here is the perfect thing for him. So I said, well, let me ask you this, doctor. If we were able, I can't promise you this, to put your name on this book as a co-author, do you think you could review this book and make sure it's perfect? Answer, absolutely. So what has happened here? I have a doctor. It's his field. He wants to be on the book as a co-author. He needs to be on the book. There's no talk about money. He is happy as a clam. I am as happy as two clams. And that's what happened. So these are the kinds of examples. If I called up and took the other tact and said, doctor, I have this big, fat, boring book for you to review. Okay, and it's 500 pages. I need you to make sure there are no technical mistakes in this book. And I need it done forthwith. I need it done in 90 days. I need you to drop all your patients. Okay, hopefully not too many of them will die while you're reading my book. Read my book, make sure it's perfect, and get it back to me. How much is that going to cost me? Oh, I have to do $35,000 if I can get it done. I might even need more than that. Okay, so again, I needed to know what he wanted. And when I called him, I didn't know that. Okay? I thought it could be something like that. And in the back of my mind, I had in the back of my mind that maybe he'd want to be a co-author. And oh yeah, by the way, if he's a co-author, how hard is he going to work on the book? Very hard. So it's not like here's $20,000, just bang out something and say it looks fine. He's going to really do a great job. because it's his name on the book. If there's any mistakes, we blame it on him.